What's up guys, it's Monday, and do you ever feel like you've got into something too late? Because I do for a lot of things. I'm not the type of person to be the first person to notice a band or a TV show or anything like that. In fact, I'm usually skeptical of the band, TV show, or whatever it is until a friend forces me to listen or watch it, and at that point I'm like, oh my god, I love this so much, why didn't I like it earlier? You know why you didn't like it earlier, Leon? It's because you didn't let yourself like it earlier. Actually, if I'm being honest, with bands and stuff, it's because I don't know about them. I'm not in tune with what's cool and what's happening. So those are words people use. So then when I finally listen to it, I'm like, oh my god, these people are great and I love them and everything is great and they're now my favorite. When this isn't true is for YouTube channels. YouTube is my thing and it's what I do all the time. So why am I making all these Trump movements? This is not me. Why am I just did that. I know I just did. Why did I do that? But anyway, YouTube is my thing. So when there's a new upcoming YouTube channel, I usually know about it and I just refuse to like it. I don't know why. It feels like I have to be loyal to the people I watch currently, and I can't deviate from them. It's very rare when I find a new YouTube channel and I decide to watch any of their videos. I have a set group and I stick to them, which is not a good way to live your life. I don't know why I do this. I really don't. I've contemplated it many times, and there's so many great small creators on YouTube that I could be watching, but instead, no, I have to stick to my group and I refuse to like anyone that's new. Which means there is a very big difference between you and I, because if I were you, I wouldn't be watching me talk about watching me. You get the point. I'm not as great people as you are that trust a small creator to make content and watch them every time they make it and have the interactions, because I never planned for this channel to get big. I never planned for it to get this big even. I planned for it to be a small group of 10 people, if that, watching my content. So it's already bigger than I even suspected it would ever become, just because I know how YouTube is and I know how hard it is to make it, but also because I knew when making this channel my goal wasn't to be a big YouTube creator. Honestly, I was afraid I wouldn't like creating if I had a larger audience that I had to please or whatever, but as this has grown into a mildly big group for my idea, I like it more and more and more. And why did I make that sound? What is that even a thing, Leon? What I'm saying in all this is, let's just say that my channel gets really big in the future. I'm not saying I want it to, I'm not saying it's going to, but let's just say for a moment that it does. You people now are able to engage with me one-on-one all the time. I respond to your comments, at least I try to all the time, and that's just not possible for a gigantic YouTube channel. You, watching now, will be able to say, I remember when he had only 200 whatever subscribers. But I never get that opportunity. I'm not the kind of person that gets to say, I remember when this was created. I was here from the beginning. I followed you all the way through. And for YouTube channels, that's my fault. I'm the one that decides not to watch the content of smaller channels. I'm the one that makes that call. But when it comes to bands like my favorite 21 Pilots, I kind of get a little salty. I'm only salty because the only reason I didn't like them was because I didn't listen to them. I didn't know about them. And it's not because they have a bunch of popular songs now, it's because a friend told me to listen to them, and so I did, and I liked it a lot, and now I have all of their albums, and I listen to them all the time, and I'm going to see a concert of them later this month. I'm afraid of that concert because it's set in their hometown with people that have liked them since the very beginning. How do I walk into that show and pretend that I like them as much as these people do when they've liked them far longer than I have? If I had known about them earlier, logically I would have liked them earlier and I wouldn't have to deal with this situation. I've thought about this a lot, and probably a lot more than I should have, because it's probably not as big of a deal as I think it is, but it's a big deal up here. And kind of what I've come up with, or at least that I try to make myself believe so that I feel better about myself, is that it's not always about when you started liking someone. What's important is now, and that you like them now, and you support them now, and you understand who they are and what they represent. What I have to keep reminding myself of is that the truth is you don't know how big these people are going to get. Let me tell you a story. I was in 5th grade, which was 8 years ago, and my friend Logan commented on a video by Achievement Hunter. Now, this was back in the days of YouTube when you were subscribed to someone and they commented on something, you got the notification. So I got that notification and I went, oh, what's Logan watching? I clicked on the video and I watched it. It was this Halo Fails of the Week video that, I didn't even play Halo at the time. I just watched it and thought that they were really fun. That was when I started liking and watching Achievement Hunter, 8 years ago. And I thought they were big at the time. But since they've grown to be huge, so big that they took a tour group to go play video games across the country, and I went to go see them, and it was awesome. That was just in April, and I can't believe that, like, when I think back that I've liked them for that long. But it's the one thing that I liked them when they were kind of small. So I hold on to that. But at the time when I started liking them, I thought this is never going to get any bigger, and I joined far too late. But you can't join far too late unless, like, the people are dead, at which point it's like if you suddenly become a big Frank Sinatra fan, it's probably a little late for that. But that's not the concern right now. As long as you're not a bandwagon fan, in my eyes, like whatever you want. You're gonna be insecure about it, you will, but give it a year or two. And try not to go to a concert in like the first year in like the hometown of the band that you're starting to like, because then you get really nervous, and oh god. Guys, have a great week, and I'll see you for the next one.